This is the programmer Owl, and in this video I'm going to walk through the Edabit Python challenge, Sum of List Less Than 100 List Remix. Alright, that title's a little confusing, but basically what they want us to do is, given a list of numbers, return true if the sum of the values is less than 100, otherwise return false. And in the example they gave, they only had like two numbers. And they added them together and decided if yes, true, they were less than 100, or no, they were over 100, which would make it false. And I was kind of curious, so I don't know if I've talked about this before, but sometimes you can go, or you can always, not sometimes, you can always go under test and see what they're going to input in the program when they give it a test. And in this case, they're only going to do three numbers, but it's always interesting to know like what you're working with. So as far as the code goes, Edabit always gives the syntax for defining a function. They give us a name and the argument it takes. So we just have to come up with the code. So in this case, we want to find out the sum of the list. If it's less than 100, it's going to return true. So the way we would write that in code is if sum, that's the function that we use. That's a really nice function in Python that makes it easy for you to take a list and add all the numbers together. All you have to do is write sum and then parentheses and then type in the argument, which in this case will be list or LST. If it is less than 100, not equal to, just less than, because that's in the directions, it just says less than 100, we will return true. And then else, everything else, return false. So let me check it and see if this worked. But the main takeaway is when you want to add a list of numbers together, use sum and then in parentheses put the argument or the variable, the list or whatever in parentheses. And that test passed, so that's how you do sum of list less than 100.